Choosing a new programming language to learn actually sounds kind of fun and exciting. But what if the language you're trying to learn is already dead, or it's about to die, or it's already forgotten? You can never know. Now, in this video, I'm going to talk about top 5 dying programming language you definitely don't want to learn. Like, seriously, bro, definitely don't want to learn in 2021. It's coming up right now. Welcome back, guys. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button to get videos like this on the channel. And if you're not new to the channel, thank you for always coming back to watch more videos like this on the channel. Now, the topic of today's video is top 5 dying programming language you definitely don't want to learn in the year 2021. Actually, this language are either dead, dying, or literally they're dying. I just said that twice. And let's head on to a website called PYPL or PyPL, actually called Popularity of Programming Language Index. It's actually a website that gives you the index ranking of the popularity of programming languages. The more language tutorial is searched, the more popular the language is assumed to be. That's what it says on the site. But it's a lead indicator. The raw data comes from Google Trends itself. So you can see on the website, I have like a list, a collection of languages giving out its popularity. As the charts in the chart, whether it's going up or it's coming down. Now you can see we have Python. The change is still stable, nothing here. Now, actually, let me just give you a heads up. The number 5 language on the list right now that's dying, I think it's already dead in my opinion, is actually Perl. You can go there, you can see Perl has 4 arrows pointing down. The 0.48% share, and the trend Perl is minus 0.1. As you can see, Perl actually had its time, so it was very nice, good language. But one thing about Perl, like it made of so many symbols and it never really supported function arguments. You can see according to this article from the HFT guy, he said Perl is dying quick, could be extinct by 2023. Let me just hold down, just give you the whole point of this article. It said having its main languages over decades, more or less professionally, C, and yada yada. Perl is so unique that it is genuinely unique and exotic. For example, it doesn't support functions with arguments. Well, okay. What else again? It's also based on extensive use of symbols, whereas today's languages are more about letters. That's true. Keywords, variable names, function names, etc. I think it's fair to say that Perl is about magic symbols that do stuff, so much that 93% of random characters are valid Perl programs. Okay, so you can see what you're just saying, that most new programming languages are similar, like Python, JavaScript, and Java. When actually declare a function, then when passing parameters, which actually take a parameter like placeholders for arguments. When you pass arguments, that are filling the parameters you pass into the function. I hope that makes sense to you. So what actually Perl is showing here, it doesn't actually support that type of functionality that other language has. So that's actually bring an hindrance in its, I could say, its growth as a language. Let me head over to Google Trends. I want to show its popularity in real time. So I'm going to type in Perl as a programming language. I'm going to compare it to JavaScript. As a programming language too. You can see its charts. You can see JavaScript is the one in red. You can see it's still stable. It's like moving, it's going up, down, it's stable, no more ups and downs. But you can see Perl, it's literally dead, flat line, like a dead man. So Perl actually not a good choice to learn. Number 4 on the list actually we have Groovy. Groovy programming language actually dying. You don't want to learn Groovy. It's actually a dead language to me. Don't just go there, guys. Let me check it up in Google Trends. You can see Groovy. Let's do it against compare against Python programming language. Yeah, Python. Actually do Groovy programming language. Oh bro, you can see Python really should just like it's on top of the trend. You can see its chart, you can see it's moving up, it's come down, still going, and then you can see Groovy, it's like just flat line. Look at, doesn't miss, even if it's getting enough searches, people actually, they're not making use of this language, and it's really outdated. So Groovy is not a very good choice for you guys, so stay away from Groovy. Number 3 on the list we have is actually number 3 we have Ruby. Yeah, Ruby is on the list. Ruby, another famous Ruby. Ruby is actually a dying. I won't say it's actually like seriously dead, but I would say Ruby is dying because it's really dropping down the trends and popularity and its use. But on the job market, there are still jobs requesting for Ruby, but they are not as many compared to other languages like Python, JavaScript, and Java. So let's check out Ruby in Google Trends. Ruby. Just leave it compared to Python. You can see Ruby is one in blue, Python is one in red. You can see the chart. Python's on top, Ruby is just dead. Let's see, it's having some searches, but few little searches compared to that of Python. So Ruby actually is a very nice language, similar to Python, to dynamic programming language. But as the trend of programming just keep getting updated or new property, new features come out, this language actually I can't say they don't update. Most of the language they do update, but the community, the support, and the use of them, they're actually dwindling. So it's not actually growing compared to other languages. So Ruby is a no-go area. Ruby is number 3, and number 2 we have Visual Basic. Yeah, Visual Basic. Visual Basic, personally, I never like this language. Seriously, I never like Visual Basic. So it's actually go down in chart. It's really dying, like seriously. Yeah, I actually have an article written by visualstudiomagazine.com. It says Microsoft, that's the topic of the article, we do not plan to evolve Visual Basic as a language. They say in its move to the open source cross-platform.NET Core, Microsoft will support Visual Basic in the upcoming .NET 5, and it's expanded the programming language supported application type to help VB developers migrate their code. So basically what this page is saying, they're actually going to like keep on pushing the framework, updating it, but the language itself, they're not going to update, like adding new features to the language. You can see here, I quote, or the quote, we did not plan to evolve Ruby as a language. So you can see it's a very proper distinctive, actually from Microsoft themselves. So they just want to push on the framework, create a framework. I actually know this .NET framework is used by C#, so it's actually be a poor decision to just leave the framework. So actually updating the framework, putting new feature, but the language itself just going to be static, no updates, no moving forward. So Visual Basic, no. Now for the number 1 spot, the top dying programming language, it's going to be given to number 1 spot for the dying language. It's actually going to be Java. Yeah, the one for programming language is actually Java. Of course, it's not Java. Number 1 spot for programming is actually Objective-C. Yeah, Objective-C programming language. I don't know why Pineapple didn't put an indicator here showing, because Objective-C is actually going down in chart. It's not that really trendy or being, it's still used. It's used on some applications. It's still used. Applications still run this language, but in terms of popularity, in terms of features, updating, it's really down. It's not really growing or moving the way expected. So I'm going to do Objective-C. So programming language. I'm going to compare it to something like Swift. I'm going to search them as programming language. Swift programming language. Yeah, let's see the trend. You can see, actually guys, it's actually dying. I can't say it's actually like dead, but it's going down in the trend. You can see down. You can see Swift. Let me do something big like Java. Let's see, great concrete evidence. You can see compared to Java, it's nowhere near to Java. So in the trend, Objective-C is really dying. It's just going down. But Java is just skyrocketing. I see skyrocketing. Compared to something like, also you can put JavaScript. I keep spelling W for JavaScript. JavaScript is not still correct. This is a wrong chart as a programming language. You can see it's just plain blank. Nothing's happening around Objective-C. So actually this language is actually nice to learn, but if you're heading for job market demand, but I would advise you not to learn Objective-C or this top 5 dying programming language I mentioned in the video. So the language, remember, they're actually Perl, Ruby, Visual Basic, Groovy, and Objective-C. So you want to stay away from these 5 languages. All the languages are actually, not all languages are dying. So these are just my opinions. There are actually more that are dying. You can see the Pipe site here. We have PHP. This PHP actually are kind of like we say a bit of, I can't say confusion or debate on PHP. It's dying or it's still growing. Some developers say, I mean, I'm not actually a PHP developer or user, so I don't have any opinion about that. As you can see, C#, TypeScript, MATLAB, Kotlin, Go is actually going, Rust, Lua, Ada, Dart, Julia, COBOL. You can see COBOL is dying. You can see Haskell, Delphi, and I think as a bonus, I think there's another language that's actually going down in its growth. It should be Elixir. Yeah, Elixir programming language. Yeah, I can see Elixir. See the chart. Okay, let me compare to something like something on that. Let me like something like Swift. So it's a programming language. Swift programming language. You can see Elixir. It's actually having some feedback. It's actually dying. So its trend is coming down. It's not popular as it used to be before. So it's actually just a bonus, guys. And guys, I just call this out of order. I didn't actually put them in order like 1, 2, 3, 4, just call out order. You can actually put them in any order you like, but this is actually top 5 language you want to stay clear of in 2021. Whether you're trying to learn programming language or trying to build a project, but these guys, Goria, community support, not that good. So guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, got something educative or informative from this video, guys. If you like this video and want to see more videos like this, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button to get updated when I drop new videos like this on the channel. And if you're new to the channel, please always like, comment what you want to see in the channel, support the channel, and share this video with your friends. And guys, thank you for watching. Till then, I'm out.